I would like to introduce you to the work of Tony Cragg. Tony Cragg was born in Liverpool, England in 1949. His grandfather was a farmer and his father was an aeronautical engineer. His father was of the generation that thought science and technology would solve all the world's problems. Tony was fascinated with the natural world and at an early age decided he wanted to be a geologist. Around 9 years old, he started a habit of collecting rocks and fossils that he has maintained to this day. As a young man, he started working in a laboratory. During slow periods, he would doodle. His girlfriend at the time told him his drawings were not half bad and he should consider art school. He had never taken an art class at this point and had never given art a thought. He enrolled in art school and was introduced to sculpture. Tony draws his inspiration from the natural world to create work that is designed to stir emotion. He says about his work, "I would love to make work that has the same effect on me that looking at nature does. I know that's naive. Nature has had billions of years to practice and makes wonderful things. Our use of material is quite reduced. We have streets, roads, cities, and buildings full of boring forms." Tony uses plywood in many of his sculptures. When asked why plywood instead of a natural wood, he replied, "The reason I am so interested in plywood is that it's a man-made material. Man-made materials are always inferior, so I try to give them another value, another quality." He also uses polystyrene and polyurethane to create light, airy sculptures. Tony has a large studio in Germany where he has made his home. He has a team of assistants to help him keep up with the workload, but oversees every detail himself. He has 34 pieces in progress now. Many pieces will be in the studio for 2 to 3 years. Some pieces may never be finished, and other pieces he started a week or two ago. When asked where his ideas come from, he replied, "I don't know if ideas are particularly useful in art." He works a great deal in steel. He always likes when the foundry tells him something cannot be done because he knows no one else has ever done it. He says it is not his job to make the foundry workers miserable, but he must get out into form what is in his head. Tony feels that occasionally he will have a piece that does not work in its location, but often they do work in any surrounding. He has pieces displayed indoors, in natural settings such as forests, and in historical settings such as castles with formal gardens. While the pieces may not harmonize, they do tend to work anyway. He also finds that when a piece is displayed in nature, he starts to see those ways in which it mirrors the natural world. Tony is 75 years old and says there is no time to be lost. He radiates energy. When asked if he ever takes a day off, he responds, "I am taking a day off when I'm working. I'm doing what I want to do." He has gained an international reputation. His work can be found from public gardens in Tokyo to the atrium of a European bank's headquarters, and has a price tag to match the reputation. While working with various materials, he tries to find something within the material. If a form emerges that intrigues him, he will pursue it. If not, he moves on. The pieces he creates are reminiscent of natural forms, but with an otherworldly quality. His love of nature and science is readily visible in his work. Tony Cragg is one of the world's most distinguished contemporary sculptors. He draws upon the natural world and industrial systems to create new and unique work. He detests boring utilitarian lines and loves sculpture created just for emotion and fun. Tony's love of fossils, geological forms, and the beauty of nature is evident in his art. He loves creating things that do not exist. He loves to work with bronze, glass, stone, and wood. When discussing inspiration, Tony states that what one makes is very often a reaction to what one has made just previously. He makes for his own needs without concern about what he should make or what people might want him to make. I think the love he has for his work and the deep emotion it conveys as a result are part of why it resonates so deeply with me. Thank you.